I'm Patrick Smith, and welcome to today's segment of Gov Conversations with Jeff Webster, Manager of State and Local Research at Deltek. Today we'll be discussing state and local government contracting and how to replicate your way to success.
Hi, Jeff. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Leslie.
So I wanted to find out, what strategies or advice would you give to sales managers or business development reps who are looking to break into state and local?
Sure. Well, right now we actually are in a very interesting time from a state and local perspective, where we're seeing a lot of vendors jump ship from the federal market and diving into the state and local market. So from that perspective, it's very promising. And with that comes a variety of different strategies for how best to market yourself. Mostly how best to win business in the state and local market and build out that past performance and resume that a lot of state and local vendors need to have. So the first strategy would be to understand the market that you're selling to. When you're dealing with the state and local market, you're looking at 50 state governments plus 85,000 local governments. So the market is huge, and understanding how you position yourself in that market is really important. The next thing that vendors really should look towards is, who's their customer? Outside of who is the agency that they're selling to, who is the actual individual that they need to sell to? Are they looking at project or program managers, or are they looking at agency heads such as directors or that CXO type position within state and local governments? And finally, understanding their product set, understanding how their products or solutions meet the needs of state and local agencies across the board, and what can they do today to offset some of the problems that state and local agencies are experiencing.
How does past performance play a role in the success of state and local sales?
Well, the state and local market, being that it's so big, past performance is huge, and having a resume that's built on successes within a lot of variety of different agencies is really important. Once you can build out that past performance and a solid resume, you begin to become trusted in the market. You begin to have a brand and awareness about you that smaller vendors just don't have. So from that perspective, it's really important for a vendor who's branching into the state and local market to start utilizing techniques such as pilot programs or pilot projects to help get their product and services into the market, and allows them to build out a resume that they otherwise wouldn't have. From there, it allows them to utilize that brand awareness in their sales strategies for larger contracts, and hopefully at the end of the day win more business because of it.
What are a few of the first steps a company should take when starting to sell to state and local?
Well, the first step, obviously, like I mentioned before, is to know the market and understand, where are you going to play in this market. Are you going to take a more regionalized approach to your sales strategies, or are you going to dive into one state and build small or piecemeal your way into the market? The second thing that they really need to understand is, how do their product and services fit within the greater needs and initiatives of state and local entities? All entities differ. All agencies have different pain points. They all have different initiatives, budget dollars. So understanding how your products and services fit into that mold is really important. And then finally, the most important step that they can take is identify all the information that's necessary to win business. This comes down to identifying what the budget is that the agency that you're trying to sell to has, understanding the point of contact that you need to sell to, understanding where the procurement process is at for the product or service you're looking to sell, and then finally, what does the market look like next year, 3 years down the road? And utilizing a tool such as GovWin IQ to answer those questions is really important.